What's up, everybody? Hello.
Hello.
Happy Wednesday. Shawn and Lacey live right here with you. Come one, come all. Call your friends. It's a big night right here. Wednesday night. Nothing to compete with. No football, no baseball. Maybe there's basketball, but who's watching that?
Not me.
Huge night right here on YouTube. You guys know what to
$700.
do. We're giving away $700.
Big
Make
night.
sure that you hit the subscribe button. We just found out that we just crossed over 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support. We love having you along for the ride. Super excited to have you here. Give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up, everybody. Get your thumbs up if you want to win some money tonight.
Money.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw 7 names. You just have to be present to win. I see all of you guys jumping in, testing your commentability. You got to make sure that you can comment, because when we draw your name, you'll have exactly 30 seconds to announce yourself. You must be on with us live in order to win the $700 to claim your prize. Yes, Lacey and Dexter here with us. Lacey monitoring the comments. What's going on with you, Lacey?
Nothing. I'm excited that Dexter's here considering his rough last month.
Yeah, Dexter's had a rough month.
He's had a rough month, so I'm happy.
But he's gearing up for a big month. Hey, I hear that a lot of you guys are really cold. I got
Everybody's cold but us.
Yeah, I'm not cold. I got my pink shirt on today. I'm ready to give away some
Let
money.
us know. What's the temperature where you're at?
How are people? Are people jumping in?
People are jumping in.
People want to win.
People want to win.
It's getting high because we have a lot of. What if nobody wins the next month? Can you imagine March Madness?
I'd love to see us get over $1,000.
I know.
I think that's how much you and I won when we
won 1,000. We won 800.
Yes.
We won twice.
Yes, we did.
But but before there's Blue Ranch Paul. People used to put money in.
Yeah.
And that would make it go higher.
Yeah.
Things must be tight out there in the economy because we're not getting all these people putting money in. But that's okay because it still is high at 700. Imagine it gets to 800. I can't.
17 degrees for some people, 18, 20 degrees.
I think it was like 80 something today here.
Cat and Lee says it's 50. That's nice. That's probably about what it is here right now.
Troy's got 60. A -10, dropping a -10.
Jeez Louise.
All right, you guys know what to do. Make sure you share tonight's broadcast. Tell your friends. If you are an Adaptable Entrepreneur member, your name is already in the digital canasta. A lot of cool stuff going on in Adaptable Entrepreneur. A lot of people are wondering, why did you do that? Well, we just combined all of the great worlds, the Book Yourself Solid world and the old Black Diamond Club world coming together in the Adaptable Entrepreneur. Last night, we dropped a special training.
We did.
With Tony Schriller. Like, that was very exciting. He was dropping absolute bombs when it comes to social media, creating your following, creating your personal brand. Had some great insights for all of you that are looking to build your YouTube channel. All you got to do is jump into the Adaptable Entrepreneur portal. And hey, look at that.
Yay.
And there we are announcing our next training. It's coming up in just a week. We're going to be going live with Albert Preciado, one of my favorite entrepreneurs. I got to tell you,
that really is his vibe, that photo. I mean,
that's
honestly, that totally encompasses who he is. I'm sure that our producer could attest to that.
But guess what we're going to talk about with Albert? Sales. We're going to talk hardcore sales. You want to sell? Well, we're going to have Albert Preciado jumping in, from the mortgage world, the real estate world, and now he's just conquering sales. So we had Tony Schriller. Those of you that are members, jump into the portal. He was talking about how to stand out and get seen, how to build your personal brand, how to create visibility and authority on social media.
Gave live tips to people that had questions.
He even said he would come back. I want to get him back because he said that he would
Everybody liked him.
Reviews of your channels. Like if you had a brand new social media channel, he's like, I want to bring him on. He's a comedian too. He has a comedy special. He has another one coming out. I can't wait for him. He's going on tour here pretty soon too. So we had Tony. Next week, oh boy, Albert Preciado. Who's excited for Albert Preciado?
I am.
I don't know if many people know What do you mean?
Just
No, I can't see that. A lot of people know who Albert. I don't know if
yeah, but you could
everyone
go
knows
follow
who
him on
Albert is.
Instagram.
If you follow him, yeah.
He's like hardcore. Like he's one of those people. If you ever thought to yourself, I wish I had the guts
I
to
think it all the time.
yeah, if I wish I had the guts to
Say.
say what comes to mind,
I get in
just go
so much
follow
trouble.
Albert. Like I think he has zero filter. He literally just says whatever is on his mind. And
It's
not
just
everybody
true.
can pull that off,
I
right?
can't
But it's
pull it
really
off. I have a
powerful to
wife. I can't pull
he
that
has a
off.
wife.
Yeah,
She's always
Syl lets him. Syl just says, Albert, don't say that, and then
and
he
then
just
he does
says
it. He says it anyway.
He says what everybody's thinking. He's going to be saying it inside the closed group, Adaptable Entrepreneur. If you're not in Adaptable Entrepreneur, you've got to get in, or else you're going to miss that private training
Gotta
with
get him where you
Albert. And if
fit
you
in.
are in Adaptable Entrepreneur and you're just kind of catching on, hey, these are live trainings. We drop a Zoom link. You get to come on. You get to ask questions. You get to hang with Albert. We're going to be training on sales. So first and foremost, not just a chat session. We're going to train on sales. And then you get to ask questions. We leave time at the end for Q&A. You, Albert Preciado, we're going to get your sales game dialed in. I know there's a lot of sales trainers out there. Man, Albert told me, he said that same thing. There's a lot of sales trainers out there. I'm coming for them all. I am building a sales empire. I was like, all right, well, why don't you come in an Adaptable Entrepreneur and tell us about it? So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
What do you have going on over there?
They say that Kat says the lights are making some interesting reflections on your glasses.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, must be. I love it. But yeah, everybody's saying last night was awesome. I thought that Tony was great. The other thing that's really great about the Adaptable Entrepreneur, if for some reason the time doesn't line up and you can't get on live,
they're still there.
Yeah, they're still recorded and they go into your member portal so you can go back and access those. But you know what? I mean, there's always magic in the live sessions. Just like tonight, there's magic in the live sessions. So you want to go on those live because like I said, Tony got on and actually gave people tips and answered their questions in the moment, which is great.
And by the way, I already have stacked up. So we have Tony, we're having Albert. I already have in the pipeline my secret weapon, my AI advisor. We've been putting out tons of content. Brandon's going to be coming on talking to you about all the things he's been teaching me about AI. He was telling me, he said, Shawn, I downloaded one of your guides for social media. Literally, I can come on and teach you how to have AI do all of that stuff that you're talking about. I was like, well, I don't know. Like, let's not give away the whole farm. He's going to be dropping in. Jeremy Newsom. A lot of you guys know that we ran a mastermind to Brittany Turner's Island. Well, Jeremy was one of the people that put the money behind the acquisition of that. And I was recently on his podcast where he's talking about fixing America's problems. It was me and another MD as a panel. I'm not sure when that episode is going to drop. Me and an MD were talking about how to fix America's healthcare crisis. Listen, I'm no RFK, but I don't know how much that dude's going to do, but I'm going to do my share. I'm going to do my share. I'm back. I'm out there beating the drum. Listen, but I'm not just going to I'm not trying to get on the blacklist and say vaccines are killing kids or whatever, but I'm going to do, people know where I stand, but I'm going to do my part to help fix America's healthcare problem through Well-Infused, the specific chiropractic centers, the chiropractic profession. Super excited about that. And I was honored to be a part of that, but he is also an investing in cryptocurrency expert. And he is going to be coming in and doing a session in Adaptable Entrepreneur on those two topics, on cryptocurrency and investing, stock market, how all of that works, how money works. So I'm super excited about that. This is a guy who knows a thing or two about money. And listen, all of this content, super exclusively in the Adaptable Entrepreneur. We have a couple of announcements. Let's run through those. I got some cool stuff coming up for you. Listen, David Meltzer is going to be dropping in. Super surprised for a couple of people that are going to be at our house the weekend before that. We're going to have Meltzer in Naples, Florida. Super exclusive, super private. A couple people will be at our house, and they don't actually even know that David's going to be here. And then on Wednesday, March 12th, we're going to load up the car, drive across Alligator Alley to Fort Lauderdale for the Aspire conference. And that night, Wednesday, March 12th, we will be hosting a VIP dinner along with our great friend, David Meltzer. if you are going to aspire, we would love for you to be part of this exclusive opportunity. You just got to reach out to me, Shawn, at blackdiamondclub.com. You can also test my new email, Shawn at
Yay.
adaptapreneur.com. Or if you're like, think that I'm super busy and can't get back to you, you can always get through to Megan at adaptapreneur.com, Megan at blackdiamondclub.com, Megan at bookyourselfsolid.com. Get Megan. She will get you into the VIP dinner. Listen, spaces are super limited for that because the panel lineup is going to be amazing. Also, too, by the way, I should have told our producer to add this on that particular curtain. My good friend Bimbo Coles, Miami Heat superstar. Miami Heat superstar is going to be speaking at the VIP dinner. I'm super excited.
I don't sports very well. And so I had to ask you about Bimbo the other day. I was
like, met Bimbo. You just didn't know he was famous.
I've met him, and I just didn't know. He's just Bimbo. And you're like, no, like he's famous. You take him to Miami, everybody will know who he is.
Bimbo in Miami.
I had no idea.
Come on. You might as well be Tyler Hero.
I just don't even know who Tyler Hero is.
Oh my gosh. What else we got?
What do we got, James?
We have going
we need to get Lacey some knowledge. That's what we got.
What about the tradition unlike any other, the Masters Experiential Mastermind? It's interesting. We have this up there. I don't know as sure as we're doing this. If you're not watching me live, I can tell you for a fact we do not have spaces. If you are watching me live, I'm not sure if we have spaces. If you would like to go with me to the Masters, you got to hit me up right away. Hit me up right now if you want information on joining. We're going to have a Wednesday mastermind and VIP dinner.
You guys are going to have fun.
Listen, the people that drop in when we are in Augusta, Georgia, mind-blowing, amazing people dropping in. Wednesday mastermind VIP dinner. We also have an add-on if you'd like to get tickets to go in to see the practice rounds, which is, by the way, Wednesday's the only day you're allowed to bring cameras in to Augusta National. So if you'd like to do that. Thursday, we have half-day badges for Thursday, half-day badges for Friday. Why half-day? Well, because you go into Augusta National for half a day. You spend the other half of a day working with us on your business. Amazing networking opportunities. We're going to roll out all of our great golf contacts, but they're not just golf contacts. They are business contacts. Plus, everybody who's coming in, amazing business people flying in from all over to be a part of this experience. I mean, it truly is the tradition unlike any other. You couple that with the opportunity to network and grow your business. Well, there you go. The Masters.
And Troy's asking me to bring my retreats back.
I was just saying that.
I know. We were just talking about that. I
was just saying that just recently. Yeah, we were talking about everybody wants. Hey, if you want Lacey to bring the retreats back, put in the comments. Tell her that you are interested. Listen. And if you're a guy, you can't. We have bourbon nights for guys.
Yeah.
This was a female entrepreneur retreat. Champagne CEOs is what it was called.
Yep.
Who knows what you'll call when you bring it back. I know that you have you have some amazing people too. And we always talk about like going to the Masters and David Meltzer. I saw David Pascal's going to be there. I've got Manolo Teaches Golf. He's hitting me up on Instagram, seeing if we could do something together at the Masters.
I do golf.
I'm trying to get Santiago Marie to come. That's David Ledbetter's partner. All of these amazing things. But you have an even better Rolodex when it comes to female entrepreneurs. In fact, too, people don't even know. Maybe they see on social media you do this thing here in Naples, this table event with the famous Andrea Galt.
Yep.
Great group of female, like legit female entrepreneurs doing big things here in Naples. Mm-hmm. If you want Lacey to bring her female entrepreneur retreats back, you gotta convince her. I've been trying to convince her for you guys.
I know. I've
been trying to convince her. She's busy though. What else we got?
Scaling in stilettos or something. Just kidding.
We're going to
what else do we got?
And stilettos here in just
Scotland.
A couple weeks. Hey, who wants to go to Scotland and play some golf? Now, is that the dates? I think that's the right dates. I don't know.
That doesn't feel right to you?
No, it doesn't
Okay, well,
feel
we'll
right to me.
scratch the dates, but talk about the
Look at that.
opportunity.
Yeah, my client and great friend Ross McDonald has put together an amazing 5-day bucket list Scotland golf experience. I'll be there playing some golf alongside you and my golf coach Virgil Herring. He'll be your golf coach for the entire week. He'll jump in,
Amazing.
play some holes with you, give you some tips. Listen, your game will get dialed in when you're hitting golf balls in that 50-mile-an-hour wind. I got to tell you, your game will really improve. We're going to play all bucket list courses over 5 days straight. We have an all-inclusive package, includes your lodging, includes your food. We're going to play something called the Ryder Cup of Wine, amazing wine tasting.
What?
We're going to have scotch tastings. It is the trip of a lifetime. You don't forget, maybe you guys would pay me extra to not go, because this is the golf experience that you have been waiting for. And listen, all proceeds benefit the Scotland Chiropractic College, a project that is very near and dear to my heart. I told you, listen, if you're not a chiropractor, I have chiropractors that are going. I have non-chiropractors who are going.
Yep.
They're like, is this a chiropractic trip? Absolutely not. This is a golf experience. This is a business mastermind. And listen, we have some pretty amazing speakers that are lined up to drop in, European speakers. So this is like even stuff I don't even dream of. It's going to be next level. Hit me up. And James, maybe if you just drop the link in the chat there, drop it in.
He's
the
the only one
YouTube
that
chat.
can drop a link.
Yeah, you're the only one that could drop a link. Drop the link, because I don't know if those. Oh, there. That is the date's changed.
It's
didn't it?
June. They're
It's
June. Yeah.
I thought it said July.
It did say July.
did
James,
you
did
do
you do
that?
that? Did you do
That's
that quick?
amazing. Okay.
I did change the dates on the fly. I re-exported the graphic and
Wow.
changed
Oh my
it.
goodness. James, hi, James. Say hi to everybody.
What's
say hi
up?
to James Lewis,
Your
everybody.
face is missing. There he is. There
What's
he
going
is.
on?
James Lewis celebrating the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl. You were
Yes.
in Las Vegas on Super Bowl night.
Yes. Was
How
in
was
Las Vegas. It was a lot of fun, obviously, because the Eagles won. But I will say I was surprised that it wasn't as crowded as I thought it was going to be.
Really?
I thought just everywhere was going to be packed. I mean, if you wanted to watch the game, though, you were going to pay for it. So
that
they
makes sense.
monetized every person that was watching the game. Didn't matter where you wanted to go, you're going to have to pay to watch it if you were in Las Vegas. But it was still a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, hanging out with family and stuff.
And what do you think of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show?
I thought it was okay. It was underwhelming for me versus the hype leading up to it. But I hadn't taken the time yet to do all the dissecting of all the subliminal stuff. I just haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet, but I know it's there.
Oh, yeah.
He slayed those pants, though. I have to say that.
Mixed reviews. Some of my
gross.
friends, I wish my friends would have loved it. And the worst part, you know what the worst part was?
Huh.
No surprise appearance by Lefty Gunplay.
I know. That's what
Crazy,
you
scary,
want.
spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary,
Okay,
spooky,
let's
hilarious.
move on now. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
All
You
right,
didn't bring
what are we
anybody.
talking about?
No,
What's
do we
our
have any
halftime?
more things, James? Yes, we do. We have one more very important one.
I
We
think
have an event
that's it.
coming up in April. Is that it?
The
I got
that's
Culture
what I
Club.
have. Oh, last one. Sorry. Hold on 1 second.
James.
There we
Speaking of
go.
Kendrick Lamar, we got the Boy George Culture Club coming up in April. So a lot of people are like, listen, what is this Culture Club? This is about how to build and scale your team. But culture is not just team. We've had a lot of
Right.
people say, like, well, what if I'm a solopreneur? Listen, culture is everything about your business, the culture of your business, how to define it, how to then put it into place. So from finding the right people, and that can include clients,
Yes.
right? Include vendors, collaborative partners. A lot of you struggle with, like, I'm trying to make my gang of five in the BYS world. Yeah, but you don't have a culture. Nobody knows what it looks like to operate with you, to function with you, to do business with you, to work with you. And listen, by having a strong, defined culture, that means that some people will get filtered out. but a lot of you need to filter people out. We're going to be working with people for 2 straight days, April 4th and 5th in beautiful Naples, Florida. Listen too, this is great. I tried to move it to Orlando, and then the people have spoken. I mean, and hey, it's easy for me. Let's do Naples. But the people who are at Sales Revenue Profit were like, what are you talking about? Put it back in Naples, dummy. So we're putting it back in Naples. We would love to have you be a part of this next event. Remember, we're doing smaller events. You're not going to be in a room with 9 gazillion people jumping around, waving your glow sticks. That's not what this is. This is roll up your sleeves and create the culture. We always have a workbook. We're going to walk you through step by step. Even though we've crushed it down into 2 days, I feel like we've kept the same amount of content for everybody that's participated in our last 3 workshops. They've said at the end of day 2, we've had enough. They're tapping out. Their brains are turned to mush.
Well, that's because we used to have guest speakers, and now that we don't have guest speakers, it's still the same amount of Shawn and Lacey content, right?
Packed into 2 full days.
Yes.
And we work with you. We get you dialed in. We're going to get you dialed in on your culture.
Well, and people ask all the time, like they ask, it's really interesting. I was on a call this morning with our head of franchisee development. I don't know what his real title is.
Oh, by the way, I made this post too, and he talked about this. I just want to throw this out there for everybody since we're kind of still in the announcement phase. I'm strongly considering hosting a workshop, mastermind.
Yes.
Small. I'm talking like 8 to 10 people.
Yep.
Where I, having gone through the process and having written franchise disclosure documents for 2 healthcare businesses, healthcare franchises, and now Well Infused, this is kind of like the crown jewel, if you will, as far as what we've created franchise wise. We already have awarded 3 franchises that will bring us to 5 total units. We have many people still in the pipeline coming down, already on calendar for discovery days. But we've learned so much about how to scale. And a lot of you, I know you're like, maybe I should franchise. Well, I thought, listen, it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be egregious. I know that I get beat up online about, pay me all this money to watch me, go golf. It's not going to be that, but I've got to get the right people in the room. So it's not going to be $500. And what I thought is I would talk through kind of the vision part of, should you be scaling? Should you just be opening multiple offices? When should you consider going to franchising? Have you talk about, and I'll talk about FDD, especially when it comes to healthcare, because you've got to be careful. It's not, you can just grab any old franchise attorney. There's a lot of considerations. There's a lot of moving parts when you're in healthcare and creating a franchise. Then you have tons of experience now in creating the systems and processes.
I will say one of the things, like Well Infused, there is a little buzz around Well Infused because
there's a lot of buzz.
Well, yeah, a lot of buzz. I'm being humble, but listen, there's a lot of buzz around Well Infused because we won that award.
Yeah.
And our whole platform our delivery was infrastructure before growth. And for those of you that have been following Shawn and I for a really long time, that has always been something that we've said. We've said infrastructure before growth for probably a decade. That's been something that's a core belief of ours and a core teaching. I think that we have done it best with Well Infused. And when we delivered and we won, everybody said your infrastructure before growth thought process is so different in franchising, because most people have a great service or product, just like all of you. And because people love it so much, they say to themselves, oh, I could open another one. Or somebody asks them, how can I do what you're doing? And it organically becomes a franchise. And remember, we always say unintentionally, I don't know if that's the right word, but unintentionally, they step into franchising before they actually do the work. And so we were very intentional about this process and the infrastructure before growth idea. So for all of you, that's really important. And that's what we're going to talk about is infrastructure. How much infrastructure do you have in a business?
You were mentioning our franchise development team. They will also be a part of that mastermind. Yes. They bring knowledge base and years of experience. And I mean, in so many brands,
right?
We're very fortunate to have an absolutely incredible team. And I wanted to make that available to people. So if you're interested, if you want to be on the interest list, again, hit me up, Shawn at adaptivepreneur.com, or hit up Megan, Lacey, hit up somebody, because this is going to be a very small, exclusive, intimate opportunity.
Well,
I'm
say I'm
also thinking
interested.
about bringing our financial people because
Yep.
there's finances involved in getting this
And we
going.
might bring our lawyer.
We might bring our legal team in as well. Yes, I
But-
mean we've learned so much. I just
I want
want
to
to
go back to Culture
open
Club.
up that up and share with
I
you.
wanna
But
go
yeah,
back-
so you're talking about your
So this
director of
morning,
development.
yeah, so we were talking to him and he said that in the franchise world, a lot of people get taken advantage of. And in fact, he was just hearing a story of a franchise group that was a startup that didn't have a lot of capital, that was charged $120,000 for somebody to build out their brand master guide.
Oh,
And they did include a boilerplate FDD it was a restaurant for the restaurant, but it was so boilerplate that when they replaced the name, there was still the other person's name of the business in
is it
there.
like a legal Zoom FDD?
Like
or
a legal
something?
Zoom FDD. But I want to tell you though, that's how important culture is to a business. People recognize that everywhere, that you need to have some sort of guide around what your culture is like, because the culture should drive everything, right? Your culture should drive not just your team that you hire, but your culture should drive the experience that you provide your clients, the external people that you'll do business with. I saw Rhonda put your gang of 5. Like your
Yeah.
culture should actually bleed into everything that you do in business. And most people haven't sat down and intentionally put it together and said, what are my core values? What's my vision? What's my culture? How do I want the outside world to think about us? And how does my culture portray that? And that's what we're going to be talking about in Culture Club. But it's vitally important. That's how you get people, but that's how you keep people.
Well, tonight we are talking about the SoFi. I don't know,
yeah.
like why our team
And giving away
decided it was
$700.
just SoFi, because there's also the Venetian, which,
Yeah.
by the way,
We've done more
I
at
don't even think I've shared this
SoFi.
with James, but that
Mhm.
Venetian podcast studio is coming together so nicely. I've received a couple videos from the people at the Venetian. It is spectacular.
Mhm.
If you think that SoFi is cool, I mean, wait till you see what is being built at the Venetian. What did we call it? Resort and Casino. I don't even say the name right.
Yeah.
Venetian
get in
Resort and
trouble.
Casino. You got to say the name right.
Yeah.
We're super excited about that. Hopefully, we're looking to maybe get in there in March. But yeah, we've been at SoFi. Also, too, just wanted to let people know that if you want to get in on that podcast experience, which, by the way, I just want to mention, I should make for next month. I hope that nobody wins tonight. I want people to win, but that way we'll get $800, get a ton of people on next month, because I want to make sure that we shout out the Chiropractic Broadcasting Network.
Yeah.
I've been working so hard on a lot of content that I'm about to drop in there. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be interviewing prominent chiropractors at our podcast setting in the studio. So that means I'm going to be bringing in these people, putting them in the Venetian, putting them in SoFi. This isn't a none of your business podcast, but it's a podcast for the Chiropractic Broadcasting.
The idea was it worth it? I thought it was, what did you learn? My brain automatically went to,
it's the same.
Yeah, my brain automatically
if you
went
learned
to
something, it was worth it.
They wanted to know what we learned. What did you learn?
What did I learn?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been beating this drum forever. I think you guys need to have a podcast. Shout out to Jeremy Swick. Shout out to Skip Weiss. They were posting about their podcasts in Adaptable Entrepreneur, checking where they sat in listen notes, which is super awesome. I'm not sure where they got to, but both of them are like top 5% in the world of podcasts. I mean, man, high five. We've been beating this drum forever. What podcasting does is it opens the door for opportunities like that. If you have a podcast and people are listening to it, now you can have the opportunity to go to a venue. Number one, create a relationship with the venue. My dream, if anybody has a great contact, hit me up. My dream is Hard Rock in Miami. I'd like to get to the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. If we could basically broker the same deal there. I think there's so much talent, entrepreneurship, business development going on in and around Miami. But step number one is I couldn't go to Hard Rock if I didn't even have a podcast.
Yeah.
I couldn't go there with an idea. I have to have the podcast. So number one, the relationship with the venues. Number two, relationship with the guests. This has been just absolutely amazing, and we make no bones about it. We put people on the podcast, and we get an opportunity to see if we vibe. Tony Shriller, who was last night's guest, he was
met him on a podcast.
Albert Preciado, who is coming up next week, We met him on a podcast, and it creates all of this opportunity, of all these people: Tulsi Gabbard, Lonzo Williams.
Your dream is Hard Rock. You know what my dream is?
Bobby Flay's
Bobby
Kitchen.
Flay. So if anybody has a
I don't even know
connection to Bobby Flay,
what would that be?
I want him on the podcast.
Oh, you want him on the podcast?
Yeah.
But you want to do the podcast from his kitchen.
I mean, I would definitely love to do the podcast from his kitchen. That would be even better. But the guests are really great. And I mean, Albert Preciado that's coming on. He's also been a podcast guest twice, maybe now, right?
I think once.
Oh, once. Okay. I
We've
thought maybe he
seen
did
him
twice.
in other masterminds. Usually what happens is when we do the podcast at SoFi, there's a concurrent mastermind that's going on at the same time. It allows us to kind of double down. And then that night we'll host a VIP dinner.
Yeah.
Last VIP dinner, we had Rob Riggle, Marshall Falk, David Meltzer coordinating all of that. So great to also have that relationship with David. Shout out and heartfelt condolences to him suffering a family loss today. But we're all with David, so appreciative of everything that he has done for us and putting that together. But yeah, meeting guests, masterminding, getting people to collaborate with you, creating relationship with the venue, all of that.
Yeah. I think the relationships have been the best thing. But what I think what I have learned, it really wasn't what I've learned. It was more a validation, is that experience matters. We talk about that a lot. Like, again, successful businesses are built upon two things. Your ability to get results, so your skill set, which is what most people are constantly fine-tuning and working on, but also the experience that you provide, right? And sometimes your skill set may not be great, or not you, but you've met people like that, but the experience is so phenomenal that people keep coming back, right? So if you can be excellent and excel in both of those things, you will absolutely win. But it's just a reminder to me, like, we've had a podcast for a very long time and we've gotten great guests, but we've been able to like level up the quality of guests that we have got because of the experience that we provide, right? It's gotten to a point where people reach out to us asking us to come, but it's just, for me, they're like, oh, it's the experience. I get to go to SoFi and sit in an empty stadium and see it when it's empty and do a podcast with that as the background. Or, oh, I get to do this in the poker room at the Venetian. Like, to them, it's just it's a different experience than what they're used to in traditional podcasting. So they're like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like, when we reach out to them, they're like, yeah, that sounds cool. I could do that. We've had people fly just to come in to LAX to do the podcast and go home, right? I mean, so to me, again, it's just proof that experience really matters, and experience can take you very, very far when it comes to your business.
Was it you or James when we were last at SoFi? You were saying like it's like in the office now. You just go there.
Yeah,
you're at SoFi
now
all
like,
by yourself.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just take the service elevator up to the
office. And, yeah, it's like we did. I mean, James like, probably you feel the same way, right, James? Like, breaking the fourth wall. Is that what that's?
That's not breaking the fourth wall.
You're on mute.
Yeah, mute, Jamesy.
James is still on mute. The producer can't unmute himself.
He doesn't know.
Is he on mute, or do we have this low? He can't unmute himself.
No, he's muted.
Okay, he muted. All right. Well,
he's like he's
1, 2, 3. He's saying hold. Well, while James is trying to unmute himself, he should pull a name anyway.
Oh, we're gonna yell the name? Yeah, because we got
7 names.
7 names. All right, everybody.
But I do think, and James,
what are you gonna do with $700?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell us in the chat what you're gonna do it for $700.
Who's watching Mr. Beast?
Thank you, Jim. He says we're all human.
Who's watching?
James is human.
How about now?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
James, are you watching? Is it called Mr. Beast Games or Beast Games?
Beast Games, I think.
Beast Games. Are you watching that?
I haven't been watching it. No, I watched like the first few minutes of like the first episode.
Good.
I thought it was over with. I thought somebody won.
Yeah, I think it is. But somebody
don't
won,
tell
but
us. Don't tell us who won. We have to watch it tonight.
Mike Mert got me going.
Mike's
on
here too.
Mike Mert got me going on that thing, and oh my gosh, we're like mini beasts.
Yeah.
With our little tiny $700.
Yeah, he's giving away like $10 million.
Yeah, we're nothing. But like, man.
Okay, I love these. Carrie said she's going to take her team on an amazing dinner if she wins the money.
Oh,
Patty
yes.
says, I'm going to pay my tax preparer's bill. Nice. Trevor, he's talking about Beast Games. Spencer says, cover part of my marketing. Terry says, goes to a new set of wedges. Shawn can get behind that.
$700 for the wedges?
I know.
Dang,
Terry,
okay.
how are you going to get 7? Is that a lot? Is that a lot for wedges?
I think it is.
Oh, he's going to get the best set there is.
There you go.
Oh, Jim's going to take his wife to a fantastic dinner and night out. Rusty's going on a really nice weekend. I love it. You guys are great.
Those are great things.
These
Those
are great
things.
things.
May,
Rewarding the team. So many of you are saying rewarding the team.
may one of you take home that $700.
I know.
prize
Somebody's
tonight.
going to. Let's go.
All right, we got 7 names. When we draw your name, you guys know the drill. You have 30 seconds. And listen, $700. So like you got to get it inside that 30 seconds. There's not even an option for instant replay. Like it's got to be clear. So you can't call a friend. Don't even try it because we're not going to go for any shenanigans. I don't want anybody to get bamboozled, hoodwinked, none of that. Clean game. Let's run a clean game, folks. You guys know how to do it.
I also want to say, I think what we should do, this could be fun. This is just off the cuff. So you remember like how people do rapid fire questions? Like, remember we used to do all of those podcast interviews and they'd be like, let me give you rapid fire. So let's do a rapid fire question in between each name. And if I want to have the audience ask us.
Okay.
What? I think it'll be fun. Why do you think that's what do you think, James? Shawn's giving me the side eye.
Let's do it. 2-1. 2-1. I vote. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. So if you guys have any rapid fire questions about business or anything, put it in the chat. And if not, James is going to have to ask us.
It has to be like, what's your favorite movie? That's
but
fire.
No, but it could be
not like
quick.
How do I attract 10 new patients in a month? That's not rapid fire. It's too long.
It could be something business if they want, if they can come up with a good one.
Okay. Could be who's your favorite podcast guest ever?
Oh, okay. See, Jen's already got a question there. Okay. Name number 1.
Thanks to Matt Musgrave for dialing in the digital canasta.
Here
we go.
Cool. Kashikar.
Isn't that?
Oh, I don't know. Team?
I think that's the guy that just got confirmed as the new director of the FBI.
Oh.
Right?
I don't know.
I didn't know he was an adaptable entrepreneur. Cash,
K?
Don't give any credence to
his name's Cash.
Fake names.
Somebody said his name's Cash.
The guy named Cash didn't win the cash.
This is a catastrophe. James, you got what I was putting down.
Gotta live with this nonsense. Okay, what's your rapid fire thing?
All right. Did that?
What happened to your rapid fire?
What? I know. Time's up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time's up. Sorry.
Sorry, Cash. I saw. Okay. Jen, this is a business one. Then we got a couple other great ones in here.
Okay.
If you were looking to hire a marketing social media manager, what project would you give them to test them out before hiring them?
James, what project are you going to give them?
Well, being able to identify the content pillars of the business, of the brand, being able to form a post that kind of, to the best of their ability, talks in that voice. So just understanding what the brand is about, who we're looking to target, and actually crafting a piece of content that fits all of that stuff.
Nice.
I gotta tell you, on 2 fronts, just
he likes my idea.
Everybody, well, I just want to say this is for everybody because everybody's shouting out their team. A couple of weeks ago, we do a project review every Wednesday.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago, Megan put together this amazing formula for her emails, the sequence, like not the sequences, but the regular communications that we send out. And then James, he was like, let me double down on this. James put together, and both of them did it inside of ClickUp, these amazing tracking methods. So James has in ClickUp every post and where it goes and all of that. And we're getting ready to, getting ready to onboard a social media manager because even all of that in ClickUp is beautiful as he had it. It's hard to track and keep track of all of that. So I love that Jen is looking to hire a social media manager. That's a great move. And as you're doing that, James can serve as a resource. He's heading up our efforts.
I love it. There's some good questions in here that are making me laugh. Okay, James.
Number 2.
Pick number 2.
This is
Name
it.
number
Well,
2.
somebody could win, and then it would be over, and then we're going home, folks, because it's Ardavan Javid.
There we go. Ardavan Javid.
That is a real person.
That's a real person.
Oh,
I know
yes.
Ardavan.
Yes, absolutely. That is a real person. For somebody, one of the questions was, what was your favorite fake name ever on here?
Not Ardavan Javid.
Because that is a real person. I can back that up. I kind of like Cash Cash. How did the names get in
Cash
there though?
Cash.
Because people sign up. Sometimes they sign up with their business name. Sometimes they sign up with crazy names, but they have to put in a credit card to get in.
You can't have a crazy name. The credit card has to match the thing. These are
Does
people
it,
that
though?
pay us money.
I don't know.
Ardavan.
Okay,
did
favorite
not claim
Sunday
it.
toppings for Shawn.
Oh, American Airlines, international first class. You get that super, like, I don't know, like super frozen vanilla ice cream. And only on American Airlines, they get the butterscotch topping with the whipped cream. Only. I will not get that ever anywhere else. I don't think I even like butterscotch except on American Airlines.
There you have it,
International
folks.
First class.
All right, James, name
That
number
sounds-
3.
Name number 3. Some good questions coming up.
Whoa! We should have a
Lee.
winner. How could we not have a winner?
Lee Pichet.
I'm like blind. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked.
Oh, dang.
Oh, is that Lee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Lee. Oh, I don't know if she's on tonight.
She's always on.
Is she?
I don't
Oh,
know.
She's a
can't-
regular.
She is a regular. There's Don Pichet. He's close. Very close. But
Oh,
no cigar.
Close but no cigar.
Oh, my goodness.
What'd Don say?
Don said
he said he's close.
it's close. Girl, everybody knows that Lee is a real name, okay? This is a real name. Nobody can knock it.
It's over.
Oh, it's over. $700.
Oh man.
I
Okay.
mean, you join Adaptable Entrepreneur, you're paying like $99 a month. You have $700 slip through your
700.
fingers once a month. You
700.
just show up, you have a lot of fun, you grab a glass of wine, we hang out, give away money. Who could beat this?
Okay, everybody go quick. What's your favorite snack? Shawn's is clearly ice
True
cream.
Fru.
Oh, what's your favorite snack right now?
Yeah, well, what do you want me to say? Like my favorite snack in 2020?
My favorite, everybody knows my favorite bad for you snack.
Oh, gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. I love gummy bears, but I only like the German ones. They're the original Gold Bear
The
brand
OGs.
from Germany. Yep. I order those offline. I can't I can't stop eating them. What's yours, James?
In the summertime,
Sour
it's
Skittles.
watermelon.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Mhm. That's a healthy snack. We were
That's
going
okay.
bad for you.
Oh, well,
No,
I
it's
got
fine.
some of
Remember-
those too.
Yeah, he
remember when
loves
James
Skittles.
gave us that whole class on how to pick the watermelon.
Yeah, that was actually really
super
good.
cool.
I love that.
That was fun.
Oh my goodness. All right, James. Name
Name
number
4.
4.
Number 4. Here we go. Oh,
Hey, read my face.
Oh, everybody knows Brian. Rhonda, do not
Brian
text him.
Galkey.
Everybody
Brian
knows Brian.
Galkey, read my face.
$700. That's your surprise face.
Brian could look at my face and be like, that's the face of somebody that just tried to give me $700.
Oh man.
Notice how he has a look of surprise. Look at those eyebrows. Those eyebrows mean $700, Brian Galkey. All you got to do is just
Brian is
pop
great.
up, pop up.
We should get
pop up.
we should get Brian back on to bring him into the Adaptable Entrepreneur.
Okay.
That would be a fun.
That'd
What do
be
you
a
guys
good one.
think? He has
Do a
some
training
great
with Brian?
content. Yeah,
That
we're
would be
training with
crazy,
Brian. That'd be
scary,
actually
spooky,
really great.
Hilarious.
I love that. Oh, Brian. Now you could text him, Rhonda, and say, you lost $700, but they want you to do a training in the Adaptable
Oh,
Entrepreneur.
there you go.
We want you back. I
Is
love
this
it.
Number 5 now.
Does anybody else have, did I miss some other?
Trevor Gibson asked, "What's everyone's favorite AI tool?"
Oh, I was trying to pitch James on Alfana the other day.
I don't know what that is.
I hadn't heard of that one.
And I'm hearing great things about this tool called Clay.
Clay?
Yeah.
Mhm. I've
The
seen.
real Clay, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that. Lisa Smith wants to know how many of my 10 first podcasts should I release when I launch?
8.
8 of them. That's like kind of the sweet spot, Lisa, is everybody says when you're
Drop
launching a
8, bang.
podcast, you should have 8 ready to roll. Yep. Put them out right away. Because you don't ever want to release just one. Because then
No.
people, if they like it, they have nothing else to consume. So you actually miss out on an
skepticism.
opportunity.
People don't know if you're actually committed. You're going to do any more podcasts. I'm not going to subscribe to podcasts. It's got 2 episodes, right? So you got to show them that, like, hey, we're doing this for real. And then you actually have to do it for real, because I think there's a lot of people that dropped 8 podcasts and then never did any more.
Yep.
So commit to it. Just commit.
And then I can see a Skip on there. He knows my other favorite snack.
Pho.
No, goldfish.
Oh,
I love fishes because they're so delicious.
What's the name number 6?
Name number 6?
No, I think this is 5.
5.
Oh, 5.
5.
Name number
Yeah,
5.
you're right. You're right. 5.
Okay.
5.
Name number 5. How many? Here we go.
Oh, you won $700.
Seriously. Oh, I saw Jeannie Helms on there. Belinda Shaw.
Belinda Shaw.
Belinda
you have
Shaw.
won $700. You just have to
Who
claim
else
it.
has questions for us?
You just got to claim
you got to claim it.
Come on, Belinda.
Yeah.
This is your night.
Wow, some great names in
Your
here.
night.
I know. These were potential winners, and some of these people come on frequently. Like, I'm shocked.
Well, they just, yeah.
Didn't come on tonight.
It's
okay.
It's cold,
okay.
I think.
It's
cold
because maybe
outside.
the $800 is meant for somebody else.
All right. So do we have another weird question?
Yeah, who's got another question? Am I missing any other
A
questions?
rapid fire thing?
James, you got a rapid fire?
Yeah, I think Lacey, you said it earlier. Favorite podcast guest?
Oh,
Cody Kaufman.
Ooh, okay.
why?
Cody Kaufman, that is Tracy Tudor's CEO, young entrepreneur.
Tracy Tudor's like the
And-
Ryan Serhant of real estate on the West Coast for people that don't know.
Listing,
Million
Tracy
dollar
Tudor, yeah.
listing. Yeah, she's got a
And
big.
he runs her business. And man, what a sharp guy. I just sat there. I was like, you are so sharp to be that age, running that brand,
Mhm.
being comfortable selling $20 million homes and just being like that guy. I loved Cody. Cody was awesome. And then also shout out to Cody and his partner, Adam. Then they subsequently lost their place in the fires.
Yeah.
And then watching him on social media,
And
like,
how
what
they
a
navigated
what a
that.
resilient dude, that
Yeah.
guy. Like, hey, he's like, I got stuff to do. I can't imagine just bouncing
It's
back.
one
I
of
loved-
those
I
things
loved
when you
Cody.
think times are rough and then you realize all these people lost everything, and to watch them and what they did and how resilient they were was pretty amazing.
I mean, and of course, shout out Tulsi Gabbard was great. Lonzo Williams, I loved him. The story of NWA, that was super fun. Albert Preciado, of course, crazy stuff. He said Ryan Stewman, he was awesome. I mean,
You
just
know
so
who mine
many.
was?
Bobby Flay.
No, he's not been our guest yet, but he will be. He will forever take the number 1 spot. Stefan Lovegrove.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah.
Stefan, of course.
Because it was like pounding that rave music in the background.
No, because
Remember that?
honestly, so I think that we first interviewed Stefan during COVID, if I remember correctly. He was a guest, and when we were doing Zoom
That
podcast
was
interviews,
back when he was still America's life coach.
he was still America's
Now
life
he's like
coach.
the rave church.
And that changed my life, because I knew the first time we interviewed him, I was like, I love the way that he's speaking, everything he's saying. I remember I turned to you and I said, I don't know what it means, but I think I'm going to work with him someday. And I think it took 2 years, just because life happened. And so for some reason I ran into him again and ended up working with him. And now I think I've been his coaching client for 3 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. And we've interviewed him a second time. We interviewed him at SoFi, and appropriately there was music playing in the background. So yeah, worked out. See, Paul said Stefan was one of his favorite interviews too. So if you haven't seen the Stefan Lovegrove interview
Should
or the
check it
Cody
out.
Kaufman interview, yeah, go back.
Name number 6.
Wait, well, I want to know who James's was.
Oh yeah, James. Who was your favorite guest?
I think for ones that we filmed either at the Venetian or at SoFi, I really liked Ryan Stewman.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was just like, he
Raw.
was just talking. He was just raw, just like giving his opinion, his insights, and telling his stories. And so I think he just had a lot of energy. It was cool to be there producing while he was doing that.
So you guys, if you have not subscribed to Shawn and Lacey on YouTube here, I see a couple of you that are new, please subscribe. But all of our None of Your Business podcasts are actually on this channel.
Right here.
Right here. You can watch them. All of those interviews are all here right now. All right, James, let's pick
Name number
number
6.
6.
Oh, it's coming down to it.
Ooh, and the names are getting.
Here we go. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Queen! Look at you guys. These names, like, come on.
Come on, Paul. Paul's here.
Paul,
here.
Paul.
He
I
has
feel
to
like
be.
Paul would also take his team out because
Yeah, he would.
he's oh, that's Trevor. Paul, everybody's saying Paul. Yep.
Paul Queen, my guy. Paul, what a fun guy. That's a guy that you all want to know.
Come on.
Paul,
Paul.
is the mayor
Paul. We love Paul.
of Texas.
The mayor of Texas. The other Paul is here. Blue Wrench Paul is here.
Man, last
Paul.
name. These are some solid heavy hitters.
They are.
I was a
Die-hard
queen
good
today.
ones.
Yeah, these are good ones.
He just ignored me. I was a queen today.
Right.
Sean turned back and did not like that.
How come I don't get any love for having to put up with all of your nonsense? Everybody thinks that like you're the one.
I don't
like,
have any
"Oh, Sean's
nonsense.
being so snarky.
See, Mike
today."
Merck knows Queen Bee. I was the
Yeah.
Queen Bee at the honey store.
Oh, that's right. The
I
list,
put on-
Naples.
Mike and I did a great
Yeah,
video
List
today.
Naples crushing it. How about
Okay,
that?
Trevor wants to know, when
Who'd have thought
starting a podcast, would you ask your social media friends, followers, what they would like to see and hear?
Well, only if they're your
Ideal client.
ideal client, your
Right.
intended audience. Then yeah, because if I just asked my friends, they'd say golf.
Yeah. Right. And then we would
And
be
it wouldn't be
talking.
very
I could
helpful.
actually talk about golf. That's one thing I could talk about. But that would not be very helpful to all of you. So we're going to draw our last name.
By the way, to Trevor too, before you press that button, James.
See, Sean liked the rapid fire
But
questions.
by the way, no, I just want to make sure we point out. Remember, what we teach though is that
Oh.
you actually sometimes are making a podcast for yourself, and so we're just inviting strategic people, right? So we advocate that you build a podcast around either your local geo or your industry, and then you can invite strategic people into your podcast. Create your gang of 5. That's how you get these relationships. Or if you're just trying to dominate your local geo, I just start inviting, and we just mentioned, Mike. That's one last piece that we have yet to put in place with our Naples efforts is the podcast. So we have the list, we have the social channels, we incorporate the podcast, and now all these people have an opportunity to amplify through that as well. Just
one last question before we draw name number 7, because we are talking podcast tonight. Phil had a great question. Other people wanted to know, what's your favorite podcast platform? I think it's probably a better question for James.
As far as for hosting goes, so uploading your podcast, we've used Buzzsprout for the entire time that we've had the None of Your Business podcast. I've had no issues with it whatsoever in the 4 or 5 years it's been. So it's really simple and easy to use. I always recommend that one. There's several others that you can use, Libsyn, Spotify. But I'll also add, if you're doing a video version of your podcast, then technically YouTube is the best one, because you're obviously going to have the video, but then YouTube also has a little section where you can designate your videos as a traditional podcast.
Love it. Perfect.
dropping bombs.
Dropping bombs all night long. And one more name.
This is it, folks. Last name.
$700.
Oh, who's nervous? Who's nervous?
Who's nervous?
I'm not, because the right person.
Be right
is
there.
going
You
to
gotta
win.
be. You
You gotta be ready.
Just type in "I'm here," and then don't hit enter.
Yeah.
You see your name. All right, everybody.
Ready?
Here we go.
What's it gonna be?
Are you serious? Oh, holy smokes!
Oh, snap.
Is this a three-peat?
Paul, how many times have you won? Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I mean, he doesn't even have
Wow.
to say he's here, because he's been commenting the whole time, and you can see when he pops up. Paul, I love it. This is what we talked about this week in the mastermind.
Is it?
Yes, it is. He's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. This is that. This is all that evidence, all the universal repayment. We talked about your accounts receivable ledger that you should create, all that you are due from the universe, and maybe he created it. and
Probably
he
dang.
was due.
All that goes on.
Congratulations,
in the scale
Paul.
Mastermind.
Well
Who'd have
deserved.
thought? Listen, we love jumping on and providing you the free content. We provide free content every day. But apparently, there's some cool stuff going on when Lacey hosts the Scale Mastermind. If you want to be a part of the Scale Mastermind, reach out to Megan. If you don't believe that it will pay dividends, reach out to Paul. Ask Paul, Blue Wrench Paul.
He said blue wrench for the win. Paul said
many
that.
times has
He
Paul
said he's won
won?
twice.
He's won twice.
Didn't Aaron win then?
Aaron's
maybe?
also won.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Has Aaron won twice?
No, I think Aaron won once.
Aaron's won once.
Congratulations,
This
y'all.
family
That's
has
fantastic.
won 3
Fantastic.
times.
They show up every week.
I need to talk to Matt Musgrave.
Yeah.
We need to look under the hood of this dang digital canasta. We have pulled the family name 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
People's name has never shown up.
And Aaron won 800.
Jeez Louise.
Congratulations, you guys. And they show up every week. I'm
Way
so
to
proud.
go.
Good.
So happy for you.
Good job.
Blue Wrench, Paul. And listen, they also are just the nicest couple, and they're super helping to their community. And sometimes there's bad energy around, like the lady was stealing. Remember, she was stealing all of Aaron's things out the front, this crazy lady. So the universe has repaid them by making them winners. You guys are both winners in our book.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, until we see you next month.
Next month, $300. I know you're like, well, I'm not coming. That's all right. We're going to draw 3 names, $300, and we're going to give you some of our absolute best content. Don't forget, join Adaptable Entrepreneur. If you join Adaptable Entrepreneur, your name goes into Digital Canasta. You will have instant access to all of these amazing trainings that we're dropping in, including Tony Schriller, who's already in, and next week, training with Albert Preciado. Go to join Adaptable Entrepreneur. Pays to be a member. All right, everybody, that's it. Off to see who wins the Beast Games and the $5 million. They flipped a coin. It could be 10. You never know. If Paul was in that, I know he would have won twice. Good night now.